Hello, everyone. Welcome to Go Mode Podcast. We've got another Challenge Cup race for you today. Leslie Pro 04 versus Mercr, round 2. I'm Ricky of Kokiri, and I'm joined by Jinxie Girl.
Hello.
And we're going to have a race for you today. They've changed the settings to standard instead of open, so we're going to be seeing the Zelda escape sequence. Jinxie Girl, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. Excited to see this race. Big fan of both of these racers. Leslie Pro giving a win or done name there. It is. He needs in order to push to a game 3.
Yes.
So this is win or go home. So this is pretty big for Leslie Pro. So I think we're going to see a lot of cool gambles.
And we're off, looks like.
Just 10 arrows to start off with, but let's see what Uncle has for us. Standard is always an interesting gamble, I think, just because you never know if you're going to have that dreaded bomb start, and that's something you tend not to practice after a while, so you have to kind of get back in the habit.
It's also an interesting start in terms of the fact that for the first 6 minutes, it's basically all execution.
Oh, definitely. You're always hoping for that sub 6. Oh, we have a bow start. That's not terrible.
Not at all.
Oh, and 300 rupees. Can't complain. Not going to have to worry about getting any cash for Kakariko. Probably going to find some bombs, hopefully enough to do the back of escape.
Hopefully. That's always really convenient to find bombs so you can do back of escape and never come back again unless it's an Agro 1 seed.
Very true. Mercer getting a little bit of a jump here in the castle. Oh, first small key. No items yet. It is nice, though, on that standard start, you don't really have to worry about that dark cross chest, which tends to troll some of our runners. It's a
Indeed
often forgot about spot, so you kind of don't have to worry about that when you do a standard.
You either forget about it when it's useful, or you blunder through Dark Cross when it's not useful, and either way, you're not happy.
Exactly. It's just a room of tears. Ooh, Bombo's our first item. $50 rupees for a second item. Ooh, boots were planted in the dark cross. That's gross. Unless you check dark cross early. No bomb drops yet, so maybe we're gonna have to rely on the rats and bats for hopefully a bomb drop. Doesn't look like it's in this
no, it doesn't look like the guards are dropping any of them.
It always feels bad when you don't get that bomb drop and then find out your stun item is a bomb. Mercer on a nice pace here, going through escape. Leslie Pro hot on his heels. Looks like they might be a little closer. I think the timers are just a couple seconds off, so they're pretty synced up at this point. Ooh, just a hard drop from one of those snakes. Let's see if the mice do any better.
About to get the Dark Cross check. The map.
So that means our last 4 items being sank and the 3 in the back are going to be items.
Yes.
Whether or not they're going to be good ones, we don't know. Like
Mercer trying to get those bombs.
And it's always when the game refuses to give you bombs and escape that escape is necessary.
Absolutely.
There's a full magic decanter.
Which is great, but he wanted bombs.
Yeah, this is definitely going to... words. This is definitely going to delay their escape times here, trying to farm for those bombs. Probably get one in the next room. Because Rando's gonna rando.
Right. Watch the sanctuary chest be bombs.
It would just be bittersweet. Ooh, Leslie Pro out of arrows.
Oh no.
Did a save and quit. Oh, must have missed the key rat. Oh.
Yeah, so in standard with randomizer, if you have a limited ammo weapon, saving and quitting will refill you somewhat so you can get through, but that's going to cost them a fair amount of time.
Yeah, I think I would much rather have something catastrophic in the very beginning where I could kind of change my route to accommodate that time loss rather than it be at the end of the game. So
absolutely. Tree pole doesn't give any bombs, just hearts.
Wow, it is a seed full of love today. Unfortunately, not explosives. Oh, there's our flippers on Angle 1!
Oh, it hurts. So, fingers crossed that Swamp Palace and Ice Castle that could be fake flippered are not crystals.
Well, look, we had a pendant at Hera. I missed the other two.
I think I saw a pendant
at Eastern and a 5-6. Another 300 ruby drop. Oh, Leslie Pro got a bomb drop.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Like a significant bomb drop.
Yeah. Chat pointing out that the prize pack was Heart Fairy, Full Magic, 20 rupee, 8 bombs. So Mercer just got really bad luck on how many rats didn't drop anything for him.
Yeah, so kind of in turn that save and quit, not really going to hurt Leslie Pro, just because Mercer is eventually going to go back and check that.
Yes. Though, was there anything good in the pick of escape?
No. Nothing.
Yeah, so at least it still saved him a bit of time not having to go back once he gets Power Glove.
Mercer still doesn't have any bombs yet. Going to check the bottle vendor, jump down and buy one. Buy a pack. Back at the tavern, just 20 bucks. Leslie Pro also going to get that information that flippers are on AGA 1. So far, a very healthy seed money-wise. Definitely not a poverty seed.
Yeah, Mercer already has the money to do Zora, and Leslie Pro will not be far behind.
There's some bombs. Wow, so far nothing in Kakariko.
Yeah, it's been very dry.
Maybe Blind's Head will have something a little bit more exciting.
Now this is a part where Leslie can make up some time, because he has bombs, so he doesn't have to go to the shop. Ooh, the flute!
That makes routing a lot nicer.
Very much. But not much else.
Yep, that looks like all she wrote. Desert was a 5-6. Eastern was just a crystal. And Mercer releasing that flute. Going to be able to navigate this overworld a lot easier. Also going to have access to Death Mountain without that glove. Of course, Old Man is not in logic, but when is lamp logic ever a thing? Just 20 bucks in the library.
Leslie activating his flute.
That Kakariko sucked.
Yeah, just the flute, and that was it.
I mean, the flute is nice, but my goodness, like nothing. Cell sure starting off the same way. Yeah, that's true. AGA 1 does kind of lean more towards lamp logic. I mean, you don't have to have it, especially if you have that fire rod, but nobody wants to do Dark AGA. And Swamp Palace could easily be a pendant that we don't really have to worry about, so they might not have to do AGA 1. I definitely think I would put off a while just until I knew for sure I had to do it, because you can sequence break everything else. Oh, Molar's being a tad trolly for Mercer. Leslie Pro just now checking that library. Mercer has to be careful here. Down to half a heart.
Yes.
Hey, there's an sword. Item.
But nothing else in Mini Moldorm Cave.
Yeah, Leslie Pro going ahead and checking that race game blindly gonna head over to South Shore now. They do have that bow, so Eastern is a thing. No fire source really, but Eastern's not that difficult without a lamp, and they'll probably find a lamp there, to be honest.
At the rate this is going, yeah, most likely.
I would have to think with flippers being on Aga 1 that lamp is going to show up sooner rather than later.
Yes, especially since we still don't have any Dark World access items.
Getting a save and quit from Mercr, not sure where they're going to be heading after this.
Death Mountain, perhaps, with the food?
Maybe. Can't really do too much there. But I mean...
Oh, nope.
Looks like we're going to get an Eastern dip here. Probably check Sahashila's hut and head on over to the palace. It is a crystal, after all. Ooh, Moldorm's giving Leslie Pro a little bit of trouble, too.
Nothing in the closet.
Wow. This seed.
And Mercer not bothering to ask where the green pendant is.
Yeah, both racers were talking before the run that our first game was rather trolly. So they were hoping that the bot would roll them something a little more generous this time. And it doesn't look like that's going to be the case either.
Nope. They can only hope that it's saving all the trolling stuff for right now. It will be easier once they get the items they need.
It would... I don't believe Hobo could have the Moon Pearl. It would take a remarkable amount of things to fall into place for that to be logical. We would have to find... Oh, there's Mirror. We would have to find all the things required for Aga 1 before we could
Well, they just need 2 items for Aga 1. They need either the cape or the next sword upgrade, and the lamp.
Yeah, but then they would also need the boots to get the lumberjack, to get the flippers, to get to Hobo.
I always forget about the boots for the lumberjack. That is, forgetting it has messed me up on more than one occasion, too.
That's I usually don't even consider doing Aga 1 until I find those boots. There's our Moon Pearl. So Eastern Palace having all the goods today. We have that mirror and that Moon Pearl, so that's definitely going to be nice for the runners. That I get a little nervous when I get Moon Pearl first before a glove or a Ice Palace with our green pendant today, before I get a glove or a hammer. Just because early Moon Pearl always gives me that Aga 1 feeling.
Yes. The mirror does open up more of Death Mountain. Tower of Hera is now in play.
Yeah.
So that's nice. Oh,
And then
glove! Wow.
That is all 3 items from Eastern.
That is
just
the
need to
nicest,
grab that big key.
That is the nicest Eastern Palace I've ever seen.
Yeah, that could be a bit of a troll too, because you pull that mirror, then you pull the Moon Pearl. You're thinking, okay, there can't be anything else here, and you kind of peace out and head up, but thank goodness Mercer stuck with it. All 3 items being really, really close to the beginning of the dungeon too. Very nice access. So this play for Mercer is out of logic, but again, just lamp logic. So I mean,
yeah,
and
it's a very easy dark room. It's one of the easiest dark rooms.
Yeah, I feel like in any tournament setting, having a knowledge of the dark rooms is very imperative when you're playing other runners. It's kind of an easy tech that you can learn, kind of like the easier bomb jumps and the fake flippers and what have you. Definitely something good to practice is your dark rooms and kind of learning the different ways to do them. Just in case you only have Kina Samaria shot. So practice the little things that you don't think are important because they are.
Interestingly, Leslie Pro seems to have asked Sarasala where the green pendant is, and he told him Ice Palace. So that means the flippers are not necessarily required unless there's an item of progress in Ice Palace. We just
Well,
need to find out what Swamp Palace is.
yeah, Ice Palace isn't really the problem because we can fake flipper there. It's
True.
if Swamp Palace is a crystal, that's going to be a problem for our runners because then Aga 1 is 100% required. That is the
Absolutely.
only dungeon so far that we cannot sequence break into without those flippers. Well, sequence break and complete without the flippers.
Mercer doing my least favorite dark room because I can never find the placement correct.
They both did check Lumberjack, yes. Yes, they both have that knowledge. That awful, awful knowledge. But at least it's flippers and not like mushroom or shovel or some kind of fetch quest that you can't know what you're skipping. Mercer getting a little low on health here. Gonna do a fairy refill. I mean, I definitely wouldn't worry about Aga 1 until I had everything I needed, to do it, and I would probably put it off as long as possible. Aga 1 with boots isn't that bad. It's like typically 3 minutes with boots. So it's not that terrible.
Mercer makes it through the Igor room in the dark.
Yeah, that room can be slightly trolly just because, those Igors really like to run around and get kind of aggressive and bully, and you don't have just one, you have two, as well as, several other enemies, so it kind of makes it a little more obnoxious. Ooh, Leslie not messing around, using Bombos, which lights up those enemies, so now he knows right where that Igor is. Very nice setup there. Misses that 8 bomb drop, doesn't have any more, but that's probably not going to matter for right now. Very nice, Leslie getting through that room with little problems.
Yes, and making up a lot of time doing it. He's very close behind Mercer.
And Mercer drawing first blood at 22 minutes in with his first crystal. Leslie Pro right on his heels.
Very clean fight from both of them for the Armos Knights.
Yeah, those are boss fights that are still good to practice. Given that they're super easy, learning a fast technique on them definitely saves you a lot of time. Mercer's going to give us a look at what is on Hylia Island. It's our second sword, which is ridiculous because that means we're going to end up with Tempered because those flippers are on Aga 1. So there is another accessible sword. So at least the players have that in their back pocket. So yeah, Aga one definitely a little more tempting. I don't know. And here's Mercer doing that back of escape check, which he had to miss because did not have a bomb drop that Leslie Pro had.
Right.
Leslie Pro fetching our old man and taking him back home for a shield. I wouldn't be surprised to see Mercer heading up the mountain as well. Really not many more checks we can do other than fake flippers and Agina.
Right. And with the mirror, they can do Tower of Hera. Though that's only a
There's
pendant.
our lamp, right on top of Spectacle Rock.
Uh-oh.
So probably gonna find, let's see, either the hammer or another sword here, possibly the cape, leading towards that Aga play. Looks like,
Oh! That was
Swamp
a pendant on
Palace is
Swamp.
our last pendant. Our other 5-6 will be Misery Mire today. Leslie Pro grabbing that lamp, which of course is his first fire source, so always nice to have. Let's take a look at what is in our sequence broken waterfall. Nothing much. Another $300 in Hera. Just 10 arrows on that ledge. Let's see what our King of Scams has for us today. Leslie Pro continuing his way up the Tower of Hera.
Needs to find one more item.
Hopefully a sword, because starter sword Moldorm is gross.
Indeed.
Oh, we do have that glove, so Zora is in logic.
Hey,
With
it's a
just
scam.
$20. Jerk. Leslie Pro going to give us a look at that big chest in Hera, hoping our second item is here or on Moldorm, so we don't have to do that coffee break room. And it's our hammer!
So that's Dark World access, and that meant the pendant Tower of Hera was required to dip into. Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, really weird to see a save and quit there when Leslie could have just left Hera and checked Death Mountain there. Think realized that too, and is gonna go and correct that blunder there. Yeah, so I'm guessing. Oof, I don't know. I'm trying to guess what's in Paradox. I'm assuming it's going to be a sword. But that hammer opens up a whole lot more for our players.
Yeah, it opens up Dark World, Paradox. Aga 1 may not be required. It depends if they last location progress items in Swamp Palace.
Yeah, I mean, I think the cape would probably be the worst thing they could find right now, because that sword on Hylia Island is very disturbing. Seems to be a common trend in this V31 upgrade that swords are a little few and far between anymore, and silvers are pretty much non-existent for the most part. You either get them early or you don't get them at all with that progressive bow, so you never know.
Yeah, I've, at least in my experience, I've noticed silvers are more often than not in Ganon's tower. Which is a problem when you find the big key early.
Or deep inside a pendant
Yeah.
dungeon. Like really out of the way. Let's take a look what is in Spiral Cave.
Mercer entering Tower of Hera, and 20 rupees in Spiral.
Pretty sure we have all the money we could ever need in a seed so far.
Yes.
I think it is also a little disheartening to have something on AGA 1 like the flippers and having Dark World access. It's kind of like if AGA has something, you kind of want AGA to be required for your Dark World access. That's just me, because I feel like doing it just for an item is just gross.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh no, Leslie Pro out of bombs, but has that bow, so no problems. Did get our first bottle. Second bottle.
Second
that
bottle.
opens up Sinkin.
And that's all Paradox Cave had, was the 2 bottles.
Yep.
And no, chat, no. Do not tempt Ice Rod and Swamp Palace. Do not speak that into existence.
That is just cold.
Mercer might be doing Hype Cave? Or not.
Oh, that's interesting. I like the early Hype Cave check. That's just like 5 really quick items right
he's
off
doing
the
Sick Kit
bat.
first.
Well, needed those bombs, so it works out.
Oh, that's true. He couldn't do Hype Cave without bombs anyway.
Yeah, there you go. Just a single rupee on our floating island. Oh my goodness, Math Girl, who hurt you?
Chat coming up with all these horrible seed combinations.
I know, it's like just like, my goodness, like the most vile stuff. We just don't want to see him in pain. I have to calm another race at 10. We can't be fooling around, guys. Did you hear that, Wes? I have to calm another race at 10. West Side Vandal. Okay, let's see what is in our chess game today. Half magic. Not terrible. I like half magic. I'm a big fan of half magic. That would be my microphone because I can't sit still. Sorry. C-shape house. Crap. Let's see what is in Thievestown. Sorry. I will try not to hit it again. There's our big key in Thievestown.
Mercer finishing up Paradox Cave.
Yeah, my coffee's kicking in now, so now I really can't sit still, so prepare for squeaking. There's our first item in Thievestown, just a full heart, but you know, early on, green mail, full hearts aren't that terrible. Where is Mercer going? Looks like Mercer's going to give us that look at Hype Cave.
Yeah. They have the bombs
Fire Rod and Left Side Swamp. That's terrible. And there's our third bottle.
Third bottle.
Mercer getting that good news that Swamp is our red pendant, which I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I would feel more comfortable putting off Aga, but then it's like,
No.
it becomes
At
a
this
gamble.
point, at this point, it's almost a guaranteed last location. They are not going to do Aga 1 just to do 2 pendant dungeons. Or at
True.
least swamp, anyway.
Hype Cave
The
with our
Titan-
Infinity
the-
Gauntlet. That's going to make routing for Mercer a little bit easier than Leslie Pro. Not going to have to go around and use those hammer pigs to get Dark World access. Looks like Mercer is just going to go ahead and swing right down south below Dark Kakariko, kind of get some things out of the way. It does have that mirror, so that makes it a lot nicer.
Yes.
Could also route in the smiths as well as hammer pigs. This could be interesting. Like, how many fetch quests are we going to do before we get to actual dungeons? So it's definitely some decisions for Mercer. Another 300 rupees.
He's like, I already have 1100.
All right. After paying Zora. So far, we're up to 3 items in Thieves' Town. We do have that small key, but with the hammer, that big chest is not going to be a problem. Just 20 bucks off Stumpy, because we need money. Let's see what our dig game has for us today.
Dig game making you work for this.
28 digs for our Master Sword. Totally worth it. I'm pretty sure that was the compass just in the big chest, so it looks like our last item is going to be on blind. I was busy counting digs though, so I could be wrong.
I was watching the dig game as well, but it didn't look like there was anything worthwhile in the big chest.
Mercer going to go ahead and grab Jeremiah, take him back home, and see what he has to offer. Bootless hammer pigs. Phil's bad man. Very nice line fight from Leslie Pro for a
piece of heart.
Yeah, but it is our second crystal. So definitely a required dungeon, even though all we got out of it was a fairy in a bottle. All that work in hammer pegs just for 20 rupees. The seed is making them work today.
Yes, it is. And in spite of some, issues at the start of the race, it's anyone's game.
Boots from the Smith. Yeah, Mercer's routing is just really paying off big time right now. Nothing in our bombable hut or our brewery, just another 20 rupees. Leslie Pro about to pick up their Master Sword. But again, there's a sword on Hylia Island too. Like, do you commit the 3 minutes to kill Aga 1 so that you can get that tempered sword for the rest of the game? I would have to think about that. I think I would probably kill Aga 1.
I would just wait until the very end of the game, until it came down to a choice. Do I attempt Master's Sword Ganon, or do I go Dilf Aga 1 to get a guaranteed Tempered Sword? In the hopes that I find the third sword somewhere else.
I don't know. Well, Mercer is the only one that has that information about that sword on Hylia Island. Leslie Pro has not checked that yet.
This is true.
So, I don't know.
So Leslie Pro about to do his Southern Dark World checks. Gonna do Hype Cave, find the Titan Smith. The question is, he kind of needs to go back to Outcast to do the blacksmith to get the boots. Is he gonna do that?
That could be something he puts off, and that could really come back to hurt him. Anytime a runner has the boots before you, you are making up that time. It does make the game go so much faster, and Mercer's routing was just really on point so far. So we're going to see a little bit of backtracking for both of our runners here. Leslie Pro going to go down South Shore and check all the things Mercer has. Mercer going to go ahead and take care of Thieves Town. So while we have a moment here, please remember to give some love to Gomo Podcast for putting on all these restreams for you. Show some love to your runners who are playing their hearts out on this game too. Our restreamer, Math Girl, our tracker, he's just a boy, my co-com, Ricky, it's, everybody enjoys being here. We always have such a wonderful chat, so it's always really exciting to, have people involved. So if you feel like volunteering, just go ahead and sign up. We could always use more help.
Leslie gets his Titan's Mitt. See where he goes from here. While Mercer dashes through Thieves.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Leslie pop over to Pod and all those areas. And I feel like Misery Meyer might draw him before the Smith chain would.
Oh, it looks like he's about to get his, Hylia information.
That is the worst. Seeing that sword sitting there and knowing you can't have it. Ugh, just gross.
Oof, Mercer taking a death.
Did grab that fairy in a bottle, so not a huge inconvenience. Interesting that Leslie would go to Pod before checking Pyramid first.
Yeah, he has everything he needs to full clear Pod.
Yeah, it doesn't have those boots yet, which probably would have made Pyramid a little bit more appealing.
Yes. Definitely double back to get those bombs.
Yeah, poor Leslie Pro has had such a trouble with bombs here this seed.
Honestly, bombs are the reason he didn't do Hype Cave, it looked like. Like, he was going to, and then flew to Kakuiko instead.
Yeah, and that really ended up hurting his routing there, unfortunately. It's weird having so much access to so many things, but so little items.
Indeed. 43 minutes in, they've already done so many checks, and they still have so much left to find.
Yeah. But other than Mimic Cave and Magic Bat, we can completely clear out all of the Light World.
Were those silvers on Leslie's side? I think I just saw silvers.
I missed it, so I'm gonna watch the
Oh,
delay here. Yes, it was. That is definitely very nice to have.
yes.
It takes Aga 1 a little bit further off the table. Master Sword Silvers is not quite as bad as Master Sword Silverless. Pretty sure we're going to get a look at Bumper Cave, Bonk Rocks, Graveyard Ledge, King's Tomb from Mercr here before we see them leave. Maybe a dip into Skull Woods, but without that fire rod, feels kind of gross. Oh no, that feels bad. He's really getting bullied by those octopus things. There you go. So yeah, gonna get a look at Bumper Cave here. Probably gonna see a mirror where we're gonna check our boot slot locations. Just a heart piece. Oh, there's Quake. I'm not sure if Mercr knows the Kern Jump or not to go ahead over here and check Catfish after these two chicks.
Leslie finds the hook shot.
Pot having some nice items here. Yeah, Cam Waterbot. There is our red boomerang. Finally picking up some items. So far, I've counted 4 items in pod, but I might have missed one. I'm not sure if there's an item here on Helmasaur or not. Looks like just 10 arrows on our desert ledge. Mercr going to give us a look at Agina before fluting back, probably checking the mire area. Going to let us know what that pendant is.
Yeah, it does look like there's an item on Hemosari. Because Leslie has all of the dungeon items. Just a piece of heart on Agina.
We have a significant amount of our overworld checks done. Ooh. Leslie Pro hitting that switch by accident. Mercr going to be able to take care of desert here. Does have those boots and a fire source, so not going to have to worry about that. Looks like we need ether for
The one
mire.
medallion he doesn't have.
Nothing in our mire shed. Let's take a look at our checkerboard cave. Or we're gonna do desert first. Leslie getting bullied by those turtles a little bit. Yeah, Bane, definitely going to be a hunt for ether so far. And our big key on the torch, so desert is boots locked. Our first item in desert, just a heart piece.
Leslie takes down Hamilsar quickly with the silvers. And gets the shovel.
Interesting. Where's your leg? I'll take care of desert later. I'm just going to go right to Lamola's.
Alright, where does Leslie go now? He needs to go back to Outcast to get the boots. Promising.
Yeah, this definitely looks good. Yeah, the best time to do the shovel when you have the flute is as soon as you get it. It's so easy to forget that you have it.
Yeah. Okay, good. Leslie is doing the blacksmith chain.
I'm going to be really happy with that. And we have a vanilla Lamola's fight. No, it's not. Your what starter sword? Vanilla. I gotta work on my NMG.
Mercer looked like he was going to attempt the bow strats, but seemed to just decide to go for swords instead.
Mercer did not turn in the purple chest. And just a compass on Lamola, so we do still have an item left in desert.
And Leslie gets his boots.
And a restraining order.
But is not going to do hammer pegs. Oh no, he did hammer pegs first. Never mind.
Yeah, he did them first.
So this routing actually kind of works out for Leslie. He's doing purple chest while doing shovel on the way. So that's nice. A little bit of convenience. Yeah, it's just a heart piece. Did he forget he has the purple? Okay.
And our second item in desert, just a 3-pack of arrows.
purple chest turn-in is 50 rupees.
And just $5 in our checkboard cave. Mercer about to head to pod, gonna grab his hookshot, silvers, and shovel.
While Leslie goes into the Myers shed. They're basically doing exactly what the other just did.
We still need so many items.
We need both of the rods and the cane of Samaria.
Ether.
And ether. And we're running out of places to check for them.
Yeah, for sure. We do have Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny. Spike Cave. Catfish and Pyramid.
Yeah.
Pedestal.
Skull Woods. The front of Skull Woods, anyway.
Yeah, there are several places we can check, none of which are fun.
The red boomerang was on Graveyard Ledge. I'm forgetting where Quake was.
Quake was in Bonk Rocks.
Ah.
Mercer about to pick up his silvers. I mean, it's green pendant ice, so logically, the fire rod's gonna be on freaking Cold Stare.
Or even the green pendant turn-in.
Ooh, not even that evil. No, there was nothing in King's Tomb. Leslie pro on the Lamola's fight while Mercer's being really bullied here by those beetles.
Both our runners being bullied by the push blob things. Leslie doing silver strats on Lamola's gets them fairly quickly.
Mercer down to half a heart. Gets his hook shot. Mercer picking up all that money. It has been a poverty scene. I mean, if I go into a room and it's completely filled with $5 bills, I'm gonna pick them up too. I don't care how much I have in my pocket. Mercer making me very nervous with that half a heart.
Right?
Leslie Pro throwing bombs at Agina.
Preemptively.
Oh. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is a heart in this chest, or this one or the next one is a heart piece, I think. So hopefully that's a clutch refill for Mercer, because my heart can't take this. Oh! Shot in the face! Leslie Pro picking up potions because safety is good to have.
As Mercer just demonstrated.
And that's an item in that big chest, too. In both those chests. Not important items, but 2 items. What are those called? Hard hat beetles? Is that what they're called? They're called something. Oh my gosh. Is the stun prize a heart? Pretty sure that's what it is. Leslie gonna go ahead and do all those boot checks. There's that clutch refill. Feels bad, man. So where does Mercer go after this? I think probably Dark Death. Maybe check Pyramid and Catfish first.
Yeah, I would expect Leslie kind of in the same situation. Once he finishes the Graveyard Sanctuary area. Leslie did just pass the Bonk Rocks. I'm hoping he doubles back. I mean, granted, there's nothing much there, but... Well, no, Quake is there.
I think Leslie will, just because got out of the portal, gonna hit Bonk Rocks, gonna go back into the Dark Kakariko, and then check Skullwoods.
Yeah, there he goes.
That's my bet on Leslie.
Yeah, there he goes. He's doing Bonk Rocks now.
Pulling out that flute might make a liar out of me. Yep.
Dark Death Mountain. Uh-oh.
That information. But we know it doesn't matter because we already have 2 of our 3 pendants, and Ether is required for Misery Mire. However, if Ether is also Turtle Rock, that could really put Swamp and Ice on the table if we don't find Ether here on Dark Death Mountain. The Dead Rocks? Yeah, the Dead Rocks are the worst thing ever. Like, if there was one enemy that I could remove from the game, it would probably be either the Dead Rocks or the Cabbages, because I hate Death Mountain because of them. They will block you unpredictable behavior. And Math Girl playing our amazing Dr. Bob tribute to the wonderful Dead Rocks.
Super Bunny Cave, a lot of nothing.
That sucks.
It's a garbage fire. It's a solid force. Nothing you can try can dislodge them.
Turtle Rock is locked by Bombos.
Oh, interesting.
But
we still don't have Candace and Maria to even dip in there.
Everybody wants to kill.
I have a feeling we're gonna find it
There's a
here.
route that is filled with danger. On the mount with the cabbage tumbling down. When you think that it's all behind you, and you have almost made it. Too bad
Well.
they'll stop
And wow,
rain.
Hookshot Cave empty. Oh no.
Everybody wants to kill those
Yeah, this is problematic. Those flippers looking more and more required.
Yeah, they do.
Not only flippers looking required, head is looking required.
Oh,
Because
no.
we are running out of things.
No. Do not speak that.
I have to. I mean, at this point, we have to. We are missing a significant amount of items, and really the only thing we can check is Skull Woods, and that's only 2 items. That's
That's
not
only
going
2.
to give us what we need.
No, it's not.
We have no idea where the book is.
Let's look.
Oh my lord, guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fairy. Okay.
Still had the fairy. Okay.
Everybody stay calm. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Another heart.
Just a heart. Are you kidding me?
Alright, let's see what Catfish has.
I mean, at this point, it's time for Aga. Just
Yeah,
do
Leslie's
it.
going. He's doing Aga 1.
Bite
It's a
the
heart
bullet.
piece. Heart piece on Catfish. That's it.
Oh, I might do ice. I don't know. I'm just glad I'm not playing this seed. I feel so bad for these guys because their last seed was Trolley.
I know.
And Grunt.
Oh no, chat wasn't panicking. They were rubbing their hands in glee. And another dead rock. Love the dead rocks.
See, my early Aga 1 play would have paid off because I would have had Tempered this entire time and I would have been set to dip Swamp Palace, which we all know that's what we have to do anyway.
Very true.
Plus, it's going to already set you up for that, which we're probably going to have to check too because, again, we have crap. We have nothing. And we are running out of things to do.
Mercer gonna go ahead and open up Turtle Rock while he's up here.
I have so many things marked off on my little tracker I keep, and nothing really written down. Like, we have a significant amount of dungeons that we cannot even check yet. Yeah, it's Skull Woods.
Yeah.
Skull Woods is what we have left. And fetch quests.
But even then, the only fetch quest we have access to is the shuffle. We haven't found the mushroom or the powder yet.
Right? I mean, we don't even have the book. This is insane. This is gross and mean. And Leslie Pro heading up to Aga 1 chat. Take your guesses. How many blue balls will we see from Aga 1 today? Dang, math girl. You need to talk to someone. You have been hurt, girl.
Math girl going for the maximum.
Ooh, Leslie Pro getting pretty lucky. No blue balls yet. There's one.
There's one.
Where are you going, Mr. Mercer? Gonna grab that purple chest, I think.
No, he's
There's
going to
two.
Skull Woods.
Okay, I like this play. Good play.
Yeah.
There's 3 blue balls. 4. And 4 blue balls is our winner today. Bane229, congratulations. You have won a lifetime supply of a Link to the Past randomizer seeds, redeemable at, I don't know what the, alttpr.com/randomizer. Wes does it a lot better than I do. Notch, you have a chance to win our next guessing game, which will be where is our Ganon's Tower big key? As soon as our first player to get all 7 crystals and heads to Ganon's Tower, you will have a choice between numbers 1 and 22 on where that big key for Ganon's Tower will be. So make sure you stay tuned for the next 3 hours that the seed is going to take. Mercer taking a death warp there. Didn't grab that key, I don't think, which is interesting.
Leslie gets his flippers.
See, I would jump right in the Dark World and grab my Tempered and just savor it.
I think he might be doing that. He left a portal right here.
What is happening? Oh, okay. I was so confused. Oh! Oh! Okay. Sordin, Skullwoods. There's a small key. Now the change in V31 means there can be an item here in this, in this, awful Spike Gibdo room. So, it is, yeah, the bumper, Spike, Gibdo, everything horrible room.
Yeah.
So there is a possibility of being softlock here. Today it is a small key, so we're not going to have to worry about that. Unfortunately for Mercer, this is about as far as he can go.
It looks like there's an item locked in the back of Skullwoods.
Yeah. Yep. Pinball room, that was it. I couldn't think. Words are hard. Was Mercer setting up that water walk? Don't really need it at this point, but maybe.
Leslie gets the sword off the island, so now both runners have Tempered Sword, but from different locations. And what's interesting here is that Leslie is basically guaranteed to get Butter Sword when he dips Skull Woods, which is he about to do that right now?
Yep. Sure is.
I'm confused. Why would he... Oh, maybe not.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know what's happening. Maybe catfish?
Maybe? I understand Mercer is putting off Agra 1 as long as possible. But Leslie's already done Agra 1. He might as well just go to Swamp Palace and Ice Palace.
Yeah, this is a really weird routing choice. Could have just got right back in the portal. There. Might have forgot. Might have just been like, oh crap. Your nerves do tend to get the best of you, especially when you have an Aga 1 with flippers and Ice Palace and Swamp are both pendants.
Right.
I can get that.
You know what he's doing? He's doing Catfish and the Zora checks right now. Because he hasn't done any of that yet. Mercer already did with fake flippers.
True. I don't think we saw Hobo, though, from Mercer either. Unless I blacked out.
I can't recall. I know we just saw Leslie do it.
I know he did Waterfall Fairy. But I don't think we saw Hobo. We are still on green mail, too, mind you.
This is true.
All that money makes you think that that darn scam fish is going to have something decent, and he just doesn't, and that infuriates me.
Right? It's going to be a
I am like way more mad than I should be.
I mean, we're an hour and 15 minutes into the seed, and we're still missing 4 items away from go mode, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yeah, at least 4. Because that book could be holding something, Ped could be holding something. I mean, there's just all kinds of gross stuff that could happen needing this many items an hour and 15 minutes in.
Oh, huh.
Yeah, okay, Mercer didn't check Hobo. I mean, look how empty their menus are.
Yeah.
For checking all places they can check as of right now.
Okay, I think we're getting a Swamp Palace check from Leslie now.
Hobo with just bombs. Yeah, I think I like the Swamp play a little bit better than Ice Palace. Definitely more item density.
Yeah, it's 6 items versus 3 items, so definitely doing Ice Palace first. I mean, Swamp Palace first. Can speak. The only issue with Ice Palace, though, is that's the green pendant.
So yeah, it takes it to 4 items. However, if Mercer keeps putting off Aga 1 and there is progression in Swamp, this is really good for Leslie Pro.
Yes.
Because Mercer is going to do Ice Palace before Swamp, obviously. And is going to have to do Aga 1 before
it looks like he's about to fake flipper into Ice Palace right now.
Yeah, this is interesting because one of these plays is going to be the right play. Even though both are gross plays.
Yes.
Okay, Swamp, nothing.
First item's nothing.
It's just so hard to make that call too because both require the same stupid things. Hookshot, hammer. One requires fire rod, one requires mirror. There's our big key.
And they're both such gross plays anyway. Like, you have to dip into a pendant dungeon to get progression. Come on.
I mean, I'd rather full clear pendant Thieves Town.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, and that's on top of the fact that it's Swamp Palace and Ice Palace, like the 2 slowest dungeons.
Blocked by flippers that are on Aga 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mercer, switch. It's still possible to be a ped seed, but, you know, fingers crossed it's not.
A ped seed would be the best case scenario for Leslie Pro, to be honest. Already has Aga 1 down, already has those flippers, has the Fire
There's
Rod.
Fire Rod in Swamp Palace. So that makes flippers absolutely required, which makes Aga 1 absolutely required.
That has to feel good, though, to see that. Like, after you go through all that, you want to see something big in there.
Yeah, totally.
Because, I mean, Aga 1 was a gamble at this point with being able to fake Flipper into Ice Palace.
Yes. Well, give it a minute. We might still find Ice Rod in here.
Here's 3 of our items. Unfortunately, Mercer going to have to use Bombos here. Not that terrible, especially on Cold Stare, but just inconvenient. Oh my, there's Ether.
So both of the pendant dungeons are required.
Yep. However, that is going to take Mercer away from Aga and Swamp.
Yeah, he at the very least is going to dip Meyer. Can't do anything in Turtle Rock yet without Samaria. Well, actually, never mind. Turtle Rock wasn't even Ether anyway.
Yeah, can't finish Meyer without Samaria either.
No.
I miss Leslie checking the big chest in Swamp. I don't recall if that was an item.
That was the Fire Rod.
Oh, yeah. Okay, wrote that down. Had a big thing about it. Yeah, never mind. It's okay. Wes.
He's having more fun in the runners and he's filing his taxes.
So we do still have 2 items left in Swamp Palace.
On the left side.
Will we see Leslie go back in? I think so.
Yeah, I would.
How many
do it at
items
this
we
point.
need? Yeah.
Yeah, there he goes.
No, there's Berna.
Not the cane he's looking for.
Not going to get that green pendant. Oh.
Interesting.
Okay.
I mean, you're there. I probably would have just done it.
Yeah, that was okay. Where is Mercer going? Probably gonna check Spike Cave first. Still trying to get out of that Aga 1 play. Unfortunately, that's not gonna happen today, brother.
No, it's not. Yeah, Ped is still alive.
Yeah. I bet we find the book here on Left Side Swamp, because why wouldn't we? Or book in Meyer with Samaria on Ether, because that's just gross.
Well, Samaria could be on pedestal as well, couldn't it? I mean, it's not required for any of the pendants.
Correct. And we have no book to tell us. I think it was Math Girl who called Book on Bed. Just so mean. Wait a minute. Did I count items wrong? I must have. Okay. So, just bombs. is our final item. Oh, Leslie can do Skull Woods now.
Yes. He's going to get his butter sword. Oh, and there goes Mercer into Mire, hoping Samaria is there.
Yep. I mean, it's not a bad play. Samaria is so
No.
often in Mire.
I mean, it is the vanilla location.
Yeah, Compass was the last chest.
The flute spot was a piece of
No.
heart, I believe.
Yeah, it wasn't anything, or 20 rubies or something stupid.
Yeah.
Let's see what's in Mire. Very welcome, that's what we're here for. Watch it be a God Mire too.
Nope. Leslie deciding to go do Mothula right now.
It is a God Mire.
Oh,
no!
That's just sad.
It's
Why is he
a
going?
God Mire. I don't know why he's going that way. God Mire is when you find the big key in those first two chests, what you want to do.
Fire Rod was in
Typically
Swamp.
in go mode. Yeah, Fire Rod was in Swamp. That's all, but it was there. I feel like both our poor runners are extremely tilted right now.
Yeah. Hour 25 minutes in, they're still 3-4 items away from bloody go mode.
Oh yeah, Aga 1 is 100% required. Very nice moth kill for Leslie Pro. 4 heart piece. So those are our 2 items in Skull Woods.
Though I don't believe Leslie got the other one yet. It would be
No.
the butter sword. So he's probably going to go through the front to
Oh, Samaria!
vanilla location for Samaria. Are you serious? Wow.
I said Samaria was gonna be in there. Because the seed is stupid. Is Mercer going to go kill Vidi? Still missing an item? Or did I miss it?
I don't think he did left side. Is this even
Right, Wes? I love this because I have my actual husband, Bane229, in the chat, and my Gomo podcast husband, Westside Vandal. And it's like making my day. Yes, Jesse and James, our alternate egos. See, Bane won't commentate with me. What you doing, Leslie? You're good. There you go. Get your bearings, bud. About my harem. This seed. I can't even, like... Ugh, this seed.
Oh, so this, actually, it just occurred to me, this seed was all dungeons required. Because the hammer was in
Yeah.
Hera, Ether's in Ice Palace, Fire Rod is in Swamp Palace.
And we don't know what's on that green pendant or on pedestal. Like, I'm really concerned that Mercer left without killing Cold Stare.
Yeah, indeed. Leslie gets his butter sword.
Oh, Wes. Oh, trust me, I've said far worse. It's fine. That's why my husband won't commentate with me, because you never know what I'm going to say. I have foot and mouth syndrome. We've discussed this. So yeah, here's that Ice Palace dip for Leslie Pro. Now, has killed Argus. Only would have to kill Mulder. I thought they did kill Mulder.
No, they dipped out as soon as they got the hammer because there were no items left.
True. Okay. Yeah, I mean, at the time, that was a good play, but right now, I want to know what is on pedestal. Pet is not really more dead now, because that ice rod can be anywhere. Anywhere. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we still have no clue where that ice rod is. Oh, Mercer going back in because that second item was not on Vidi. It was a good play, though. I don't blame him. One item from go mode. Well, no, not for him, but for us.
And of course the item is... Well, wait, am I miscounting? Where is he going?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening. That was the map. Probably gonna do these less aggressive chests first before committing to that cutscene. Oh, for sure. Ice Rod is the most horrible go mode item because the only place it can't be at this point is in Ganon's Tower and on Trinex.
Yeah.
It can be anywhere else. And given how Rando likes to Rando, I'm imagining we're going to get that book before we see the Ice Rod. So that's going to open up even more checks for these poor runners. Yeah.
Well, I've searched around the world.
Although I do see Leslie dipping T-Rock before doing anything else after Meyer. Because Leslie really has no choice but to turn in that green pendant and then go straight to Meyer, where he's gonna find his Canis Samaria, finish off Meyer, and then take that dip in T-Rock. These poor guys are already mentally spent. Their first seed was just as bad as this one. Like, I don't know who they've ticked off in the rando community, but... Oh, wait, I hear another Dr. Bob song.
And it's a Carmen Sandiego parody. I love it.
I love it. I love that Dr. Bob has a song for everything. He is like the Weird Al of the rando community, and I love him so much.
Tell me where in the world's the godforsaken ice rod. Tell me where in the world. Tell me where can it be? I wanna be Trinex. I don't know where to go next. Aga, Agina, or Shahabadabadoo.
That, it was just our last bottle.
Now to go clear these orphan slow locations. Like the basement chest in Hera and the big chest of thieves. I wish this randomizer had a few less combinations. Tell me where in the world's the godforsaken ice rod. Where in the world's the godforsaken ice rod? Where in the world's the godforsaken ice rod? Where in the world's the godforsaken ice rod? Where in the world's the...
And not only that, but Dr. Bob donated $1,000 to AGDQ for cancer prevention this year too. So not only does he entertain us with his amazing parodies, he's also has like one of the biggest hearts of anybody I ever know. So make sure you give Dr. Bob a follow and tell him how much you appreciate everything he does for the rando community, because he is a pillar for us. He is a great person.
That was awesome. Mercer's about to do the Pyramid Fairy.
That was... I have been told that I have a raking voice, though, so I get it. Jeez, Bane, that's just mean. God. I'm not even that mean. Book on Ped to Powder. Oh, finally, a male upgrade. Oh, just a B. So, just a male upgrade on Pyramid Fairy. I'm pretty sure Mercer has spent every last check he can do before...
yeah. Oh, no, he's still not doing angle 1.
He is fighting, man. Where are you gonna go? Oh, he's
Turtle
going
Rock.
to Turtle Rock without the fire rod.
Oh, no.
No, don't do it.
Oh, no. While Leslie is doing a full clear of Ice Palace that gets his cane, go to Cold Stare.
I saw Mushroom to Powder yesterday. It was amazing. You all are some sadistic people in chat. Oh, it just hurts my soul, Mercer going into T-Rock without that fire rod.
Because that means he can't do 2 of the checks near the front with the torches, and he can't finish Trinix.
Oh, that just means he's gonna get those small keys in just the right spots, take him all the way to the big gist.
Ho 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 ho.
Well, I try. Oh yeah, I think you can. There is like an algorithm where you get the small keys that take you all the way to...
Wow,
That's so
really
gross.
clean Cold Stare finally.
Yeah, really nice. Leslie Pro is out for blood. Like, the tilt is gone. He is just metal. There's our first small key. How far are we gonna go in T-Rock? This hurts my soul.
So here's the thing for Leslie. Does he dip into Turtle Rock? Okay, well, he's about to do the turn-in. We'll see what the green pendant gives him.
Leslie still can't do Turtle Rock because does not have Samaria from
Oh,
Meyer
of course,
yet.
right, I forgot. He hasn't done Meyer yet. So he's
Yeah.
probably going to go do Meyer next.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's the big key. He's locked out. Okay.
That's good.
That's fortunate.
We need Mercer kicked out there because that's just going to save... Oh, another mail.
There's the other mail.
Oh my gosh.
Alright,
All
so Leslie has to go to Meyer. That's the... well, it's not the obvious choice, but it's... Where
No,
is he
what-
going?
What you doing?
Is he... Oh, he's going to finish Harry to do the pet check, probably.
I don't blame him. That's not terrible at this point. Yeah, Mercer has no choice. He has to.
Yeah, he has fully last location dagger.
Yeah, they did Spike Cave. All that we have not checked in this seed is Mimic Cave, Magic Bat, Pedestal, Bombos, and Ether Tablet. Everything else has been checked. All dungeons have been full checked, except for T-Rock. This, I think, is as close to a 100% seed as you're ever going to see.
Yeah, this seed is nuts. An hour 38 minutes and we're still not in... We're not even in no mode.
Those flippers on Aga 1 with Pendant, Ice Palace, and Swamp Palace in and of itself is so freaking disgusting. I can't even. And I can't even tell you who's in the lead because I have no idea.
Yeah, it's...
I don't know what's happening. Nope, you forgot to hit the switch. No. There you go. You're good now.
I think he was trying to shortcut over like you can do in Skull Woods. I don't know if it works right there.
I think it was
And that's
muscle
the
memory.
same-
Forgot to hit that switch and just kind of went about. But then, you know, when you do it backwards, that hole is there where it's typically not at.
Yeah.
Because you
Hit
can
this
kind of
switch. There you
autopilot
go.
Tower of Hera.
Absolutely. I've done it myself. Yeah, see, I was expecting this race to be done already.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not even close. I mean, and look at all the items we're still missing. Ganon's Tower has to be stacked. Stacked. Oh, I'll be just fine. I'll grab another cup of coffee. We'll be all good. I just can't believe the lack of items. And I mean, my board is filled. It's crazy. And most of it is just slash marks where we didn't find anything. Poor Leslie Pro. Like, I'm pretty sure Leslie said, I'm not rolling the seed because my luck I'll roll and I'll touch it. Oh.
Alright, well, Leslie's got all his pendants.
I'm like holding my breath.
I know. He's got the bombs out ready to bomb the thing.
Oh yeah, he's like, no, we're not even messing around. What's on Ped? Put your guesses in chat.
It needs to be Ice Rod.
He's just a boy with a single arrow. What is it? What is
There
it?
we
What is it?
go. The boomerang!
Oh,
There's
feels
the bomb.
bad, man.
Okay. Leslie needs to go to Meyer. I think that's his only option at this point.
Yeah.
So he has to go into Meyer, get this can of Samaria, that'll take him to Turtle Rock. The Ice Rod must be inside Turtle Rock. Unless the book's inside Turtle Rock.
Oh, God.
Now, Basement Harris shouldn't have anything. I believe we already saw all 2 items accounted for.
Oh, yeah. We have full cleared Escape, Eastern Desert, Tower of Hera, Pod, Thieves Town, Skullwood, Swamp Palace, Ice Palace, Misery Mire. We have it all. We know it all. We just don't know what 5 items are in Turtle Rock. That's it.
Welcome to Dead Mountain.
We need a never-ending seed parody to the never-ending story.
Well, I've searched around the world, both the light one and the dark one, for the stupid magic one with the ability to freeze. Can be anywhere, except in the hands of Trinex. Tell me where in the world's the
godforsaken ice rod.
was it there? I can't leave it with my uncle. What I read with the great books.
I agree, Math Girl.
Never wished it so much as a mother voting godforsaken ice rod. I went from catfish to graveyard to King's Tomb and bonk rocks and cleared out the left side of swamp and the back. Well, I rescued the old man and then got scammed by old King Sora. Tried to dig it up from underground, but it wasn't worth. I didn't miss old Mr. Stumpy. He just gave me a big 20. Tell me where in the world's the
godforsaken ice rod.
Oh, tell me where in the world. Tell me where can it be? I wanna be Trinex. I don't know where.
It wouldn't surprise me, Vince. It really, really wouldn't if it's gonna be a fetch quest.
Well, I'm trying now to go clear these orphan slow location. Tied the basement chest in Hera and the big chest of thieves. I wish this randomizer.
Big chest, Mercr. Fire Rod was in the big chest.
Fairly early, too.
Godforsaken ice
And I have a feeling Mercer is
He was
piecing
in that
out
room south of the big chest.
the compass room, I think. No. Yeah. Yeah.
In the world, the godforsaken ice rod. Where in the world?
Yeah, not that bad, but then again, you're doing an ice rod hunt, and so you basically have to full clear Swamp Palace, even though you don't have to.
I really would not be surprised to see Mercer peace out after grabbing that fire rod. He's already, like, uncommitted to Ped, which is a good play. I think he's gonna grab it and just go. And just hope that that ice rod is in Turtle Rock, which is where it freaking has to be. I feel like I've aged calming this seed.
Right?
Time has not been good to me. This seed would be like my worst nightmare. I was in the Cross Keys tournament and I faced off against Ultima, who was a fantastic runner. And our seed was horrible, and actually Amazing Amphros was our commentator. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Save those silvers, dude. You need it for Vitreous.
Right. At this point, I'm pretty sure he's just like, somebody done. That's how I was, because I had one of the worst seeds ever in Cross Keys. Even Amphros was like, you know what? I've never seen anything like that. And it's your nightmare, you know, especially when you're on restream. So be sure to show some love to these runners, because by God, they earned it today.
Alright, it's down to the ice rod.
Mercer's continuing on here. That's interesting. I thought was going to peace out and go to Turtle Rock. Of course, we know there's nothing else in here for him.
Right, but
he
for
doesn't
him,
know that.
He only knows there's maybe 4 item checks left, and one of them must be the ice rod, he hopes. He hopes.
I mean, at this point, he's like, something has to give, right?
Oops.
Now, Leslie Pro will have Pyramid Fairy open after this, but I don't see him checking it. But you could. Who knows?
Ice Palace had Ether, which they needed to get into Mire.
Yeah, Ice Palace had Ether, Shield, and Berna. Yes, all 3 pendants had something required. Yes. We had our hammer in Tower of Hera, we had Ether in Ice Palace, and we had Fire Rod in Swamp Palace.
Yep. And not just
Flippers on Aga 1.
Yeah, and not just an item in each of the pendants, but one item in each of the pendants. Not even like, 2 progression or anything, just 1.
And we're still not in go mode and have an empty menu. That's where we're at in life right now.
Alright. Leslie's probably going to Turtle Rock now. He's got no other options. Or, I'm wrong. Oh, of course, Pyramid Fairy. He's probably doing Pyramid Fairy.
Makes sense. May as well. We've done every other check. I mean,
Yeah.
Mercer's already done it, but poor Leslie, just 100% it. Just commit to it. Almost forgetting that he did Aga. Probably like trying to block it out. Like some regressed memory. Yep, we have seen Bumper Ledge, just a heart piece. We have seen it all. I mean, I don't think I've ever taken this many notes on a seed, even on like an all dungeons.
Leslie gets his red mail. And it's off to Turtle Rock.
Because that's all Leslie can do right now. That's it.
Yep.
I mean, Ice Rod literally has to be here. Other than Book.
Other than fetch
Maybe
quests.
Book. Yeah. Book, Powder, or Mushroom
Yeah.
are the only
It's-
other
it-
things that could be
Those
here.
are the only things this seed could do to make this even trollier than it already is.
Oh, yeah, Lumaga. This seed is atrocious. And there's still, like, no end in sight. Now, I'm wondering if Mercer's gonna take the ped bait or if he's just gonna go back to Turtle Rock.
I'm not sure. He kind of needs to not take the ped bait.
Yeah, no. I feel like Ice Rod needs to be in this in the two chest room at this point, just to have mercy on these runners. Like this is awful. And we are almost 2 hours in and still not in go mode.
Yeah.
Still not in no mode. I do have another race to come after this, starting at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Well, I've searched around the world for the light one and the dark one, for the stupid magic one with the ability to freeze. Can be anywhere except in the hands of Trinex. Tell me where in the world's the
godforsaken ice rod.
was it there, Nicolai? I didn't leave it with my uncle, but I read with the great books, singing the blues. Well, I never wished it so much was upon the floating island. Tell me
Where in the world's the
godforsaken ice rod. I went from catfish to graveyard to King's Tomb and Bomb Rocks and cleared out
I love
the
it.
left side of swamp and the back Well, I rescued the old man and it got scammed by old King Sora. Tried to dig it up from underground, but it wasn't worth. I didn't miss.
Yeah, it's definitely
He
appropriate.
just gave me a big 20. Tell me where in the world's the.
Oh, I didn't know the other side did that.
I'm pretty sure that Stumpy was a big 20 actually in this seat.
I don't know where to go next. Aga, Agina, or Shahabadabadoo. Well, I'm trying now to go clear these orphan slow locations. Like the basement chest in Hera and the big chest of thieves. I wish this randomizer had a few less combinations. Tell me where in the world's the.
Both of our runners in Turtle Rock.
Where in the world's the godforsaken ice rod? Where in the world's
At least we did have that early big key. No, we're still not in go mode. We do have to check this. Never mind.
Where in the world's the godforsaken ice rod?
I want to see their collection rate.
Oh my
I've searched
goodness.
around the world, both the light one and the dark one, for the stupid magic one with the ability to freeze. Can be anywhere except in the
And we still only have 12 and 13 hearts.
in the world.
Right? It's just insane.
Let's cross off Mimic Cave.
Where in the world's the
godforsaken ice rod? I went from catfish to graveyard to king's to
Man, I see Paragon. Going for blood.
the left side of swamp and the back. Well, I rescued the old man and it got scammed by old King Sora. Tried to dig it up from underground, but it wasn't worth. I didn't miss old Mr. Stumpy. He just gave me a big 20. Tell me where in the world's the.
godforsaken ice rod.
Tell me where in.
Oh my god.
Tell me where can it be? I wanna be trying X.
I mean, at least Ganon's gonna be pretty nice. We got Fire Shield, we got Silvers, we got Gold Sword. There it is! Go mode!
There it is! Finally! Yes, bomb that chest.
In the world, the
There's only 2 items left in T-Rock,
the godforsaken ice rod. Where in the
and we will have cleared out every dungeon and every location sans Bombos, Ether, and Magic Bat.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yep.
Mercer gets his ice rod, so now both runners are in go mode.
And have to do Laser Bridge, but does have that shield. Laser skips are not going to be a thing.
There's the
There's our key. I mean, come on, Leslie. May as well check the last 2. God's sake. It's going to eat at me now.
He just wants to finish this thing, see, to get it past him, move on, get a nice cup of something to forget all about it. Very clean fight for Leslie with the Trinex.
Get your guesses in for where that Ganon's Tower big key is going to be.
Oh, well, Jinxie, you get to see what the other two chests were.
Yay!
Oh, magic powder.
That powder is going to be nice, though.
Okay, Mercer, you had the mirror shield. You could have just not gotten hit. I mean, I get, going on autopilot. But that was just painful.
Leslie gonna go right side. Surprised not just ripping off the band-aid and checking room 22. Just 22.
Ouch.
They've got to be getting tired, too. They've played a lot of rando in
There's
2
the
hours.
big key.
Chest number 4. Who is it? Let's see. I see Dark Shadows 59. You have won a lifetime supply of A Link to the Past randomizer seed. lttpr.com/randomizer.
Please enjoy and cross your fingers they're not seeds like this.
At least the big key was nice. Oh no, Mercer not going right. There's the book. Where were our swords? Let me see here. We had a sword on Dig Game. We had a sword on Hylia Island. We had a sword in Skullwoods and a sword in another dungeon, but I don't remember which one. Mini Moldorm had a sword too. So yeah, so it was Mini Moldorm, Lake Hylia, Dig Game, and Skullwood. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, we didn't really have to double dip anything. I don't think. I think it was all pretty straightforward. Every dungeon they went in, they could complete on the first way through. Except for Skullwoods, but Skullwoods is always weird in that, like, I kind of consider Skullwoods two different entities. So yeah, both runners in Ganon's Tower. Mercer giving us a look at what some of these other chests have, which I'm sure is the rest of our items that we didn't have in the rest of the season. Now that cape is really nice to have. I never get upset when I have that cape. I don't think we're going to see Leslie Pro check any of these chests. Probably just going to go ahead and go. There's really nothing else that could help him. Here's our bug net. Leslie Pro on our Aga 2 fight. Mercer going to mirror here, go to the right side where he'll pick up his GT big key. Alright, Leslie Pro off to his Ganon fight. We have gold sword, silver arrows, half magic, Burna, which isn't that awesome, but it's something. Oop! Mercer forgetting to grab a small key. Hopefully going to get bailed out up here at the top. Leslie doing a nice job dodging those fire bats. Leslie in the third phase of Ganon. After this, just gonna have to light the torch, shoot 4 silver arrows, and it will be a GG. And get yours in chat for Leslie Pro, who just has to cross this tiny bridge and done, and he will be our first place finisher in this god-awful seed. With an SRL official time of 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 30 seconds, Leslie Pro 04 is your first place finisher. Mercer is coming up the gauntlet now. And it looks like Mercer has forfeited from the race. I do have both of the runners ready to come in and have a chat with us. GG's, guys. Oh my god.
Thanks, G Mercer, and well, we've got one more ahead of us, but before that, this one stank. I thought I was behind that whole time because of what happened in Escape.
I don't know that bombs were available if you're meaning you ran out of bombs. You didn't find...
No, I found bombs, it's just that I ran out of heroes first trip through, so I had to take a save quit.
Okay. I actually never saw what the bat prize pack was because they just would not drop anything for me. I think I killed like 4 of them.
I think I eventually got an 8 off or one of the rodents, so I'm like, whatever, it was worth it. It still had me shaking my head, thinking, great, I'm definitely behind here, and knowing I had to win the Force Game 3, I just floored it, and then I started to tilt a little bit as I started to figure out what this seed was intending, because this seed decided to intend on being rude.
Yeah, this seed was like the epitome of like okay, so I keep very good track of everything that is checked throughout the race when I'm commentating. So the only thing I don't have notes for is Magic Bat, Bombo's Tablet, Ether Tablet, and the Mushroom. Everything else in this game was opened. That is it. Like, this game was so 100% and so nasty, I can't even begin. Those flippers being on Aga 1, Ice Palace and Swamp Palace being pendants. Like, come on. Really?
I was holding out hope that it was not going to be needed, but this seed said absolutely not. That fire rod being in Big Chest Swamp the reason why.
Yeah, I can't feel too bad about it because I played like trash through the whole seed, so it's like, I kind of deserve to lose this one. Right up to the end, by the way, because I did get key-locked and completely deserved to lose just for that, even though I had lost well before I found that out.
See, I don't think either of you played like trash. I think you both played like this seed was disgusting, and you both adapted to the things that you had to do. I mean, the seed was long because the seed was long. It was definitely not for a lack of execution. You guys both put on one heck of a performance, and chat was just loving it and brutally wishing horrible things upon you. Unfortunately. But yeah, I think you guys adapted well. And considering this was an Oops All Dungeons with an Aga 1 required for flippers to do 2 pendant dungeons, I mean, that's incredible. And not only that, when you're on your way up to T-Rock, which is the last place you guys could go, your menu was still empty. You were still missing so many items. Like, I was like, what in the world is this? It was insane.
Well, I had bailed on one other location, but I decided if it was there I lost.
Ped.
No, couldn't do Ped without doing Aga anyway. I had bailed out of
Yeah.
ice, so I lost out on the green pendant.
Yeah, that was just, I think, a heart piece. It wasn't anything spectacular. And pedestal was the boomerang, the blue boomerang, which was interesting. Because I really want to see your collection rate, Leslie Pro. That's what I've been waiting for the last hour and a half.
Oh, you saw it off Leslie's credit. I was like,
Yeah, I basically did the poll because I'm thinking, you know what?
we had to go through all 3 of these dungeons. I might as well not leave this out, because if I do, and it's here, then I wound up would have lost, because there were so many scenarios in my head. Like, I don't even know how the heck I pulled ahead on this one, because it's just one of those seeds where I had to bear down and go, and whatever happened happened. Honestly, though, the way that Turtle Rock was set up, that could have been set up for a hard double dip if, say, any of Mushroom, Powder, or Book had been up there. Like, the setup was there. The game mercifully didn't do it. I mean, chat might have loved it, but the rest of us who were playing the seed, not so much.
I mean, it definitely entertains chat when you guys have like a super trolley seed. And yeah, no, I didn't read what was on PED on Leslie Pro's thing. He checked it. So we were like with you guys the whole time. I mean, it was in freaking sane. And then like just the randomness of everything, the flippers on Aga 1, the 2 pendants on the 2 flipper locked places, well, at that time, the second sword on Lake Hylia, which I'm like, what is this? Like, every horrible thing that could happen happened to you two in this seed. I mean, all 3 pendants had required items. Why did it just freeze so I can't see what your collection rate is? I will riot. I swear to God, I'll riot.
Oh, mine's... I let it go all the way through. Although I will say what it is in case something does go through.
Yeah, it keeps freezing and I'm starting to panic. I'm not gonna lie.
Internet, why you do this? That's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, this... It's like the last 2 seeds we played in this series, neither one was pleasant.
No, and I had seen you guys chatting in the IRC before, and I was like, oh my God. And like the more it went on, I'm like, everything that he said I hope doesn't happen is happening to him, and I feel so bad. Oh, your collection rate is 170, and I think that's because Ganon's Tower, you ended up getting the big key 4th. Like, Mercer, I think your account's going to be pretty close too. And I thought for sure it was going to be 200s, easy. That's insane.
Yeah, I alt F4 out of my emulator. My account does not exist. This never happened. There's no proof.
I get that. I did that with my Class Keys tournament race. I just pretended it never happened, that I didn't bust out crying out loud in the middle of Thieves Town, which I did. I did. Literally. Cried. Real tears. So I get it. I mean, we've all had those awful seeds, and unfortunately for us 3, we've done them on Restream. So definitely a club we need to start. We can get like matching tattoos and stuff, you know, it'll be fun. But yeah, it was an excellent race. And I mean, for everything you guys had to do, very respectable times. You did a fantastic job. I mean, you have to be exhausted after going through this and being on Restream and it being a tournament race. So I definitely appreciate you guys allowing us to Restream you and being such good sports about it, because I couldn't wait to get you in here to talk about it, because oh my God.
Well, thanks. Good. Well, once I did Aga, I knew where the 3rd sword was, so I figured I'll just grab that, and then offensively I'll be set. Sure enough, find the 4th one later, because, well, I swear, the game knows.
Yeah, I'm not sure when you ended up getting that. I had the 3rd sword before I did Aga, but I tried very, very, very hard to avoid doing Aga.
Yeah, you did the Skull Woods dip before Leslie did, so you did have that tempered sword and never really had to worry about the Hylia Island one. Leslie kind of made that Aga commitment a little bit significantly earlier than you. You were actually in Ice Palace when Leslie was going through Swamp Palace, And then when we both saw that 2 required items were in each, and we knew you couldn't get out of doing AGA, Leslie grabbed that sword off Hylia first, and then ended up getting it when he went back to Skull Woods.
Yeah, I think hour 40 is the latest I've ever done AGA 1 outside of all dungeons.
Which you ended up having anyway, because this seed was a thing.
Yeah, I tried very, very hard. The double dip of TR was probably just a mistake, like complete broadless TR, but I'm like, I've tried this hard.
It wasn't a bad play considering what the seed had put you through already and all the knowledge that you had. I mean, you had done all the checks. It was definitely a good choice, I think, before committing to that AGA play after putting it off for so long. You know, I mean, you kind of have that hope that, you know, you can get around those flippers because you could fake flipper to Ice Palace. And what are the odds of all 3 pendants having a required item without it being a ped seed? You know, it was kind of definitely the right play. We knew where the fire rod was, unfortunately, but, you know, it's easier to sit as, you know, a backseat driver and kind of say, oh, well, this wasn't, I mean, in your frame of mind, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, I mean, I'd already gotten the Red Cane out of Mire, which is already just like A+ math girl plandoed this seed.
It did play out like a plando. It 100%.
Yeah, here's the funny thing that I figure we should mention is that it wasn't Math Girl who rolled it, it was me. So right now, I would say right now, the bot's being nasty in general.
Yeah, and worth mentioning our seed one that we've talked about mentioning a couple of times here. I did win that one. I won it with about a 10-minute longer time than Leslie had on this one. So, yeah.
So here's hoping you guys get a jet seed and we all get to watch it, because it was definitely a great seed to watch. So just a reminder to our wonderful chat, please be sure to give these 2 runners a follow. After what they did for you today, I mean, they deserve it. Throw some love at them. Throw some love at our restreamer, our tracker, everyone at the Gomo podcast. And again, if you feel like volunteering, please reach out. We are always looking for more commentators or trackers or whatever you feel like doing. It would be great. So I'm going to jump out of here because I have another race to commentate here in just a few minutes. But I definitely appreciate you guys putting on such a phenomenal show. Definitely GG's to you.
Yeah, thank you for commentating. I was just going to mention I was going to do Map Compass Shuffle for Game 3.
I love it. I'm commentating.
Alrighty.
So one of us is not on the jet seed train, and it's me.
We shall see what happens with that. We'll decide on all the other details later.
Yep, thank you for the game. We'll see you for Game 3. Might be a day or two, because it's time.
Sounds good to me. Tomorrow wasn't really gonna work out for me anyway. We'll just put it that way, and we'll discuss the rest in DM.
All right, sounds good. So stick around for more exciting coverage of our Link to the Past Challenge Cup coming up for you in about 25 minutes. We have another race joining us. So join Westside Vandal and myself here in a few minutes, and we will see you soon.
Alright. GG, and we'll see you next time.